Yo, what's up? Happy Monday. Welcome back to SBAA Nation. My name is Keith, aka Keystone. Hope y'all made some money yesterday. If you faded me, you probably did okay because it all kind of culminated on Sunday night. We needed Notre Dame and they just didn't get the job done. Hats off to the Hurricanes. That was actually a really good win for them. Notre Dame played like crap in the first half. Now, we did conclude the safety parlay that I showed you guys throughout the week. South Carolina, I told you that game was going to be sweaty. They kind of started pulling away in the fourth quarter. Look, guys, overall in the week, we're still technically open because guess what? We got a game tonight. That's what this video is about. It's going to be a shorter video because it's literally just one game. The player props a little tricky, and to look overall, I saw it with some of my buddies, I saw it with some of my creator friends, I saw it with people that I trust. No one that I really saw had a fantastic week with player props. Now it was week one. There's a lot of new receivers. A lot of the transfer portal has changed the game. Where we learned a ton, though. Okay, we learned a ton. We kind of know who's who now, or at least we think we do, and it's going to even get better after next week too. We're going lighter with the player props until we kind of really can kind of see and make sure we're confident in everything we're doing. I'll show you guys a couple things now. We're open today. So if Notre Dame would have hit yesterday, this would have been a little closer, but we're going to have a bet. I'm going to give you guys some leans, and then I'll tell you what I'm going to do. On the winnable official free plan, I'll send out the official pick. So I'll give that out for free today. I'm still kind of leaning some things we're going to talk about. I'm going to show you what I'm thinking, but we're still up on the season through week 0 and week 1, quite a few units. And I feel like we're going to make this a profitable week today. So let's show you guys a couple photos. Now, I sent out on the winnable free plan this play on Friday. It was like the boost play. So, I sent out yesterday. Let's hit this. Show some love on the comment section. No pun intended, because we needed Jeremiah Love. Now they had a terrible first half. They played from behind most of the game. He did not get the job done. But I promised on the winnable free plan that I was going to give the winnings of this play out to anybody who comments on the video. So that's going to be today's video. So light up the comment section. Let me know who you think is going to win tonight's game. You think it's going to be high scoring, low scoring? Give me the score, whatever you're thinking. I don't care. You can drop a comment about how the weather is in your state today. But let's light up that comment board. Sub to the channel if you're new and smash the thumbs up, guys. And one of y'all, I know it's only $10, but I will cash app you or send you on PayPal the winnings. I mean, it's $10. I was really hoping I was going to get to give one of you guys $40 for supporting the channel. But look, these kind of slips, guys, with these DFS type slips, we do lower wager, higher volume on these. And you're right there on a lot of these. This is how a lot of our slips look. Now, eventually, this correlation is going to start working for 6x your money. You can see we had a lot that look exactly like this. Now, Ryan Davis, he was the receiver that came over with Dampier from New Mexico. I figured, he's probably going to be good. They have a chemistry playing together for all last season. Just didn't get the job done. Now, Dampier, looking back on this one, I kind of just wish I would have went him by himself, because I knew he was going to have a big day, running the ball and throwing the ball against UCLA. So you can see a lot of slips that look just like this, though. And eventually, when these start cashing, though, it's just a big bonus to aid your book plays. So, you can sign up on the winnable free plan, link down below, and just drop a comment. And one of you is just going to get $10 from me today. I mean, I know it's not 40, but it's still $10, man. I might buy you a gallon of gas over there in my old state of California or something. So, all right, so let's get into the DFS play today. Like I said, it's slim pickings, guys. I mean, it's a 1-game slate, so you kind of got to get creative. Now, I know that a lot of people want to turn on Monday Night Football tonight in college football, Bill Belichick's debut, and see some offense. But anytime you see TCU, it's like, well, Big 12, maybe they're a sleeper in the Big 12. We saw them have a fantastic offensive start last season, and then they kind of tailed off. They were in a lot more defensive games. That defense was actually playing extremely well down the stretch. And I think one of the strengths of this team might be their secondary. I think that's Bill Belichick's son coming over from UW, bringing his top cornerback with him. One thing I will tell you about Jack Hoover, when you break down his statistics, the TCU quarterback, he's elite throwing in the center of the field. So when you look at PFF's advanced grades and stuff, against single high looks, which is what Stephen Belichick ran a ton of at UW last year, that wasn't Hoover's actual best look. So I don't know, man. I'm leaning like the under in the game. And I do think we'll talk about the rat line and stuff, but based on what we saw this week, you saw a lot of slow starts, you saw a lot of sluggish offenses, you saw a lot of teams refusing to throw the ball down the fields. I don't know. We're not sure, but you know what? I'll tell you what. I do like this play, and the best place to set it on this one is Dabble because they have the combo yards and they have pretty good lines. So if you're not on there yet, you can get a free $10 when you use promo code SBA. It'll unlock that $10 for you. This is just a 2-pick, so it'll, you put $10 on this, it'll pay $30. All right, so let's get into the pick, and then we'll go talk about this on the sports book, figure out an angle. I probably won't make a decision, like I said, as far as locking in or giving you guys the pick right now, but I will give it out for free later today on the winnable free plan whenever I decide what I'm going to do. So it's pretty simple. Okay, we saw a ton of unders hit in week 1. I told you guys I think that TCU has a pretty good secondary. I think that UNC, I think this, Belichick coach team, they're probably going to play at a pretty slow pace. They're I don't want to say there was like built-in excuses from what I heard from some things, but it sounded like there could be some growing pains here. Look, both these teams lost a ton of production. Okay. You lost your top running back and your top 2 pass catchers for North Carolina. Hampton's playing for the Chargers now. And then Hoover, well, he lost Savion Williams to the NFL. He lost Jack Besh to the NFL. Those were his 2 top receivers. You can make the argument J.P. Richardson was just as good as them last year. He had some monster games. I believe he went undrafted, but I believe the Bears actually did sign him. So all 3 of these guys went to the NFL, and you brought in McAllister. So that's like your top guy now. But I don't know, man. Like Belichick, we don't know. He's never played or coached at the collegiate level, believe it or not. He's been in the NFL the entire time, never was an assistant, nothing. But if we think that he's going to coach a similar style of defense in the collegiate level, which, a lot of these teams are playing more pro style offenses now, what Belichick was notorious throughout his entire career was literally isolating and trying to take away the other team's best offensive skill player, whether that was the running back, or a lot of times it ended up being the X receiver, which Eric McAllister is. So you add it all up. I see some unders here. Now, Gio, he's actually a dual threat guy, but TCU, like I said, I think their defense it's not elite by any means. It's not like a top 10 unit in the country or anything, but I think that I like the way they ended the season last year. I think this will probably be a lower scoring game. TCU does employ like a pass rate system. They're going to be busy throwing the ball, but we've seen some sloppiness. And like, I think that when you're getting 10 yards adding on to Hoover's total here, I think his passing yards is at like 282, but his rushing line's only at like 5.5. So you got to remember something else here too. If we're taking unders, I think adding these combos in with the rushing, even if this guy, we saw it yesterday with Sellers. Sellers actually ran the ball pretty good, but he took some brutal sacks. And you got to remember in college football, the sacks count as negative rushing yards. So we had no chance on that rushing line. And, that could be in play here. So I like these unders because we're going to add the rushing yards. And, well, if these guys take some bad sacks, well, it's going to really hurt their chances to hit these overs, I think. Now, I do think Gio will have more success running than Hoover, but there's no guarantee. I mean, he could have 12 carries for 12 yards. We just don't know. And like I said, you lost a lot of offensive skill positions on both teams here. So we'll see. I could be completely wrong about this. That's why we're not, taking this too seriously. I'd recommend throwing like a quarter or a half unit down on a play like this for 3 extra money. But that is the official DFS pick today. Now let's go talk about the sports books. Real quick, before we go pop over to DraftKings, if you're in a DFS state, guys, get on Rebet. This is where you can lock in whatever that play is I sent out today on Winnable. We're going to go talk about it right now. Get a $100 deposit match, promo code SBAA. I got tons of VIP premium members that use this site in DFS states. They all love it. They never have a problem with it. They have a ton of markets, man. They're going to have like probably 85% of whatever, a sports book like DraftKings or Hard Rock or Caesars or any of these more traditional books. But yeah, take advantage of the free money they're giving you, and you can lock this play in on there today. All right, so one thing that stood out to me, this is actually the first half spread, and I was kind of leaning this under 27 and a half here. Just because we kind of saw like I mean, even yesterday in the South Carolina game, like after their scripted drive that they prepared probably the entire offseason, they were just terrible in the first half. They didn't get good again offensively until the fourth quarter. Um, I'm not saying that's going to happen here, but it could. And it's interesting because this spread is 2.5 right here, plus 2.5 on the first half, but it's plus 3.5 for the game. So it's just kind of a weird number. I feel like that game line is potentially just a rat line. Let's go look. So yeah, it's still at plus 3.5. I feel like the books are just begging you to take this. I feel like it's just like a trap, man. I really do. My gut's telling me TCU wins, but I feel like they should cover this. I feel like they should win. My gut would say like 27-21, 31-21, something like that. So by 7 or more points probably. And yeah, I would lean the under here too, 54 and a half for the game. But I think I kind of like that first half one spread a little better. I don't know. Like I said, this is a tricky one. We're not going to force the issue. I'm the type of guy that, yeah, I would love to bring it back to profit by hitting a full unit play today, but I'm not going to force the issue if I don't believe in something, guys. We're not degenerates on this channel, but I'm pretty confident we will have a play today that I really like. And what at worst case scenario, what I may do is I may drag something in from later in the week or possibly pull in something on Thursday night football potentially. You got, Eagles and Cowboys kicking off the NFL. So we'll figure it out. But my gut is telling me I think this is the play right here, but it's not an official pick. It's just a lean for now. If you want that official pick, I will distribute it on the winnable free plan today. 100% free for you. Just go sign up. And you're also going to get a chance to get $1,000 off the entire full VIP football season, guys. That includes all my DFS slips, the books, which are the key thing. That's where all our money goes. And there's 2 slots left for that. When you use promo code NFL, it'll take that $1,000 off. The link is also down below. So that's all I got for you guys today. Like I said, gonna be a quick video. Let me know in the comments if you're gonna be telling that play tonight. Like I said, it's $10. I mean, it might not be worth some of y'all time, but I know a lot of y'all like winning. I like winning. I like getting some free shit too. So yeah, drop a comment. Let me know who you got tonight. I'm leaning TCU. Let me know what you guys think, man. Let me know what you guys think. I want us to get a little consensus here. So, all right, peace.